Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How are you, good people? We are rolling. I'm with my sweetie today. So we're on the road to Cincinnati. We're on our way to go to Tabernacle of Love to ordain Pastor Mark and Pastor Francesca into the fellowship. But as we're moving on the road today, I just said, okay, Holy Spirit, what you want to talk about? Movement. Keep it moving. So that's the title of this live, Keep It Moving. And what do I mean by that, keep it moving? You have to keep it moving no matter what hiccups you come across, no matter what things happen in your life. You have to keep it moving. You can't stay stagnant and you can't get stuck. Even with things that are going on, I think about back in, I want to say it was probably like 1999 when the internet started going, and I owned a salon and spa called Mimi's Hair Heaven and Spa, and I hired a receptionist to be able to take care of all the technological online stuff, and I wasn't really trying to learn it at all. And then it came a point in time in my life where I had to learn how to operate the internet, how to do things on the computer. I had to go to classes to find out what it is that I needed to continue to be an entrepreneur and continue to be viable. So I had to keep it moving in that aspects of things had changed. Things are not the same anymore. The world is moving. And if you continue to stay where you are, then you're stuck. And then you're not only stuck, you're left behind. So when it comes to being up to date on what God is doing in this season, you have to have your ear towards heaven, and you have to be able to keep it moving. Keep it moving to be in the know. Keep it moving. I want to say in the scriptures there was a Bible story about the children of Israel, and they had to follow the pillar of fire by day and the cloud by night, because they had to keep it moving. They couldn't be stuck. They had to keep it moving. Baby, is there anything you want to share about keeping it moving?
Well, if you don't keep it moving, you're going to be stagnant. It's like the man at the pool of Bethesda. One of my favorite scriptures, because it talked about the man was lying there. And I say it wasn't just he was lying, like lying, he was lying. He had to get up to get to the pool. But once you sit in a place too long, you become stagnant and you cannot move. I believe he walked himself to the pool of Bethesda, but waiting for a move of God, or what he thought was going to be a move of God, he sat there waiting and became stagnated, like many of us do. And if you ever have an accident or you have to go through therapy and you lose the activities of maybe you can't walk for about a week or so, they're going to have to put you in therapy to teach you how to walk all again, because once you quit using those muscles, they stop working. And I want to know, have you quit using your faith muscles? Have you quit using your muscles? Are you laying there not moving and wondering when the next move of God was going to happen? And then Jesus walked up to the man at the pool of Bethesda. He said, do you want to get up? He said, man, I ain't even got no man. He didn't know there was a movement outside of where he was at. And it was no longer movement in the water, but there was movement outside with Jesus. So my question to you today, are you moving when God say move? Are you staying still and then wondering when the next move gonna come?
Now that was good. There's movement outside of the water that was troubled at the pool of Bethesda. So you don't know if that movement is what, to me it's almost like when people be waiting for a mate or a significant other. And then when they're waiting on a mate or a significant other, they have their like. They have what they like. They have how they want it to be packaged. They have how they want it to come to them, and how they want it to talk to them, and how they want them to walk, and what he got to have, and all of that. And you'll miss what God has for you, wanting it to be packaged a certain way. So when it comes to the things of God, you don't know how God gonna send you what he gonna send you, and you don't know how it's gonna be packaged. So just like the man at the pool of Bethesda, when Jesus came up to him and he asked him, will thou be made whole? And he said, well, you know what? Whenever the water troubles, I don't have nobody. He came up with excuses. So the question is, are you coming up with excuses, or are you keeping it moving? And then the aspects of keeping it moving is like, how are you keeping it moving? Because when we think about that, it's not that we don't go through. We all go through. It's a part of life. It's what happens. The question is, how are you going to go through? Are you going to go through gracefully? Are you going to go through with joy? Are you going to go through with sadness? Are you going to go through grumbling and complaining? Even though it's cold out here, I think the temperature says like 38 degrees. We ain't got to complain about it. We live in Ohio. We know it's going to get cold from time to time. So as you're continually to move forward, think about how you're moving forward. And if you're moving forward in intentionality, or if you're moving forward in complacency, or are you not moving forward at all? Are you stuck? Are you stagnant? Because if you are stuck and if you are stagnant, you're really falling behind, because everything is moving forward around you. So then in essence, you're falling behind and you don't even know that you're falling behind. So for you all that don't know, I am Teresa S. McCurry, the CIO, Chief Inspirational Officer of Super T Inspires, and I'm also the co-founder of New Beginnings Fellowship International. And this is my husband, the International Apostle. You want to say something in closing?
Yes, just make sure this season you stay moving. You stay not just moving though, moving towards your expected end. We all got an expected end. Don't be doing frivolous stuff. Even we always say this. People say y'all busy. We say we don't like that word busy, because that means I'm moving, but I'm getting nothing accomplished. My question is, are you just moving around that little thing like in the hamster thing? You're moving, but all you're doing is going around in circles. Are you like the children of Israel, and every year you find yourself in the same place? Well, guess what? I think it's time for you to get up, get moving, and fulfill the destiny that's in your life and make some things happen. That's all I gotta say.
So when you're moving, like he said, we like to be productive. We are not just busy, we are productive. We're making moves that's making change. We're making moves that's changing the world. Hey, Mama Sandra Jackson. Hi, Sharice. How are you? We are moving forward. We are doing something. So yeah, busyness and productivity is two different things. Busyness and productivity is two different things. So you don't want to be busy. You want to be productive. You want to have some fruits of your labor. You want to see the progress that you're making. So again, I'm Teresa McCurry. This is my husband, Apostle McCurry. He is the International Apostle, and we are on our way to Cincinnati. And we just wanted to jump on.
And we've been moving today.
Yeah. Today we have been moving. He taught a prophetic class at New Hope, and I taught a prophetic class on Zoom, and we both just been getting things done. So we love you guys. We know that you'll be tuning in the replay. So if you're watching the replay, put in the chat, keep it moving. We got to keep it moving, y'all. We cannot get stuck. I remember even when, was it Moses who died, and he said, let the dead bury the dead? So we have to continue to keep it moving, be around people that's lively and that's doing something, not somebody that's stagnant and complaining. So we love you guys. Be blessed, but most of all, be